Leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
22.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Keenum. Pass incomplete. Tried to get that one to Jake Butt, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
No, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Keenum to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. And some space here. There he goes inside the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
53.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go.
Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Devontae Booker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That escapes the sack. And he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So awfully close that time, but his kick's going to come up short by about the length of the football.
Yeah, Brandon, he got a little help from the mile-high air, but that one just didn't quite get there.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. And they'll go on the ground. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Roger. 22.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Keenum going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And it will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's go, let's go. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Tight end right, tight end right. 4 down, check. 4 down. Check. Roger. Okay.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Keenum going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Desmond Bryant, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we're good.
On play action, now Keenum. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, roger, roger.
On first down, it's Keenum. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Keenum now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on second down is Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Keenum on first down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
22. 22.
Out of the gun, Keenum. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Keenum. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Throwing again is Keenum. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Jam, jam. Here goes the high.
On second down, here's Keenum. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Keenum now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, Keenum dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On play action, it's Keenum sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they're printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again, it's Bell. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And some room to maneuver. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Keenum to throw on second down. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. This call down near the goal line. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and pace.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
53, 22.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Roethlisberger will throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Keenum. He fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Roger.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
22. Here goes the high. Orange.
Keenum. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Has several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year.
Let's go. Mary left.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Shotgun snap for Keenum. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Keenum, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll go again with Bell. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. On the counter, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A give to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. The give is to Bell, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Bell. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, side! Blue 30. 52's
the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First carry for James Conner. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And Charles